think it's time to do Flip the Book. So I'm looking forward to this, Kevin. So you've got 3 books to pick from. Would you like book 1, 2, or 3?
I'm going to pick door number 2.
Door number 2. And that is what I refer to as the big book. It's your Insight and Awareness book. And you can pick between 1 and 430 pages.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, there's a big difference in the sizes of the books.
I'm going to do all right. I'm going to do 333.
3. Oh, actually, it's a picture. So I'm going to hold this up. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
So what this image is a lady falling from grace into her unconsciousness. So that's all the storehouse of her emotional baggage, her negative self-beliefs, her fears, and she's falling. And the next picture is, which I think is what happens when we go into narcissistic relationships. And then the next picture is a splat where she's, just laying on top of all her unresolved emotions. And I'll just show you the next one. And the next picture is to grab grace for yourself and come out of it.
Wow.
So,
wow, beautiful imagery. Can we go back to 333 real quick?
Yeah.
The fall part?
Fall. Yeah.
So I know that, is this where we talk about that? Because I'm going to talk about that image. My understanding of that image, right, would be this is the fall from grace. And so from my perspective, when you showed me that page, I see a woman just falling and screaming. And so based on everything we talked about, I think it's so fitting. And I'm glad I found that I picked that page number. I'm glad you made that page number. So falling from everything that you thought was true, you have to fall from realizing you've been conditioned in a lot of ways, everything that you believe, even a lot of stuff you've heard in church, even a lot of stuff you heard from parents and teachers. A lot of it's conditioning and none of it is really you. And as you let go of toxic relationships, a bad marriage, it's not you being mean to another person. It's you letting go of what you thought was always true. And it's very scary and it's terrifying. This is what it looks like when you lose everything and you hit rock bottom. And you have, the good news in this is you're at a clean slate. Once you allow yourself to scream and shout and cry and you break and all the rubble of your life falls, you start to realize that you can construct and reconstruct your life based on who you are. So don't be afraid of that fall. Don't be afraid of letting go, because if it hurts to let go, you have to understand that all you're holding on to is what your parents told you or what church told you or what your school has told you or what the government has told you. And you're worth more than that. You have to, this comes back to this understanding that we answer to and we are created by a entity that is beyond this reality. And so, yes, it hurts to let go of this reality, but I challenge you to experience that pain. Let it be ripped from you. And it's going to hurt and you're going to feel empty and you're going to feel alone. And all I can leave you with is it is the best place you can be, because it's the only place that you can actually build something yourself. You've never built anything yourself until you've dropped everything from everybody else.
Yeah. I wrote this over 20 years ago. And the fall from grace, we do it in different, we're constantly doing it, where we have a belief system and then we crack it and we fall and then we work out the reality of it and then we rebuild ourselves up. But when you're coming into those big ones, I called it the cracking for myself, where the storehouse of the unresolved emotions that I had, the false beliefs, misconceptions, the fears, They just cracked open to the point that I couldn't ignore any of them. And I've had to go through a process, which is the rise from grace, or the rise with grace, I should say, where you start really processing the reality of what is not of you, but is stored within your system. Yeah. And that's the rise and fall from grace. So, yeah, we're on the same page. I love it. Thank you, Kevin. I've enjoyed our conversation.
I have too. It's been an honor. I'm glad we finally met. I'm glad that the algorithm keepers
Yes,
have allowed us to come together.
cross paths.
Yeah.